Hey Capricorns, and welcome to your October 2019 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading for your month ahead. I'm really happy to be here and giving this reading to you all because your energy is just so great this month. So awesome as we move into Libra season and towards Scorpio season. This is a good time of year for you guys. Do you guys kind of see how October, every year if you looked back, it kind of gives you new opportunities, new options, and more simplicity, more ease. It's really a great time of year for Capricorn, and better for you this year than most because Saturn's in your sign. It's direct. It's not retrograde anymore. Pluto's in your sign, direct, not retrograde anymore. You're used to them. You've kind of figured them out, and now you can really wield the power of those two strong transits in your lifetime toward your advantage and toward your happiness. All right. So thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new, I so hope that you will hit that subscribe button, turn the bell notifications on so you can see when I post, because I love doing these readings. I love giving a voice to some of the archetypes that y'all are going through, and I just love my Capricorns, and y'all are sturdy, stable, secure, and loyal. And I think that this is such an incredible time to really capitalize on those traits of yours, like loyalty, like security, stability. I think that those of you who are business owners, October is an incredible time for upping the revenue. You know, for those of you who've been in relationships, it's a great time to like renew your vows or take the relationships to the next level. Really great to see Capricorn taking things that they have solidly created for a long time and making them even better. I'm inspired by that because I've seen a lot of y'all in my day-to-day work and personal life, like really taking what you have and making it that much stronger. So keep doing that. Even embracing some new things during this month is okay. But especially once we get into 2020, Capricorns, when Jupiter goes into your sign, it's going to be all about you. Okay, basically. All right, I'm not going to beat around the bush much longer. I just want to go ahead and shuffle a little bit more before we start your reading. I already pre-shuffled like I always do for these readings, but I just feel the need to shuffle a bit more. And we'll see what's coming up for you, Capricorn. I already did Sag's reading today, which was kind of a lot to handle. So if you guys have Sag, definitely go and check that reading out. I'm feeling like your energy right off the bat is a lot more, easy and positive, but we'll see. We'll definitely see here. Okay, that is feeling good. I'm going to put these cards down. And the reading that I'm going to do for you guys today is just like the format that I've been using for a long time. It's just going to be the 4 weeks with the central theme. And we'll go week by week and look at how all the energies come together. I have some great coffee here. Starbucks. I'm guilty of having venti iced quad white mocha. I can't help it, guys. I have got to fuel my speaking power for this reading. I have been trying to drink more tea and trying to drink more like healthy things, but it's been Starbucks for like a lot of these readings, which is a guilty pleasure, I suppose. Sometimes it's not really that great, but today it's very good, so go Starbucks. Okay. General energies for Capricorn for the month of October. Show me clearly how they can build securely this foundation they've been working on for a long time, how they can move through with loyalty, and how they can feel strongly placed in their environment. General energies for the month of October. All right. King of Pentacles reversed. Page of Swords. All right, so the first week of October, Capricorns, this is about recognizing how other people keep you from being who you want to be. Is it other people or is it you? Page of Swords is about subtlety. It's about youthful subtlety. And for you, you're kind of wanting more of a loud, obvious security than a subtly communicated stability, if that makes sense. So the first week of October is about other people, the people around you, and about forging alliance with them too. Page of Swords is about allies. It's about who is on my side. It's about who is for me. And it's upright. Your card, King of Pentacles, is reversed. So you could also see a bit of competition. Maybe people who are younger than you or seem more youthful are like vying for what you have. So there's a bit of competitive nature in like the workforce. Don't worry, you'll come out on top. The kings always come out on top, even if they're reversed. They have a lot more staying power than the pages. But I definitely want you to look at, in the first week of October, what have I been doing for the last few months while Pluto and Saturn were retrograde, the last 5 months, a whole 5 months, Capricorn. What have I been doing that made me feel not myself? What have I been putting all of my energy into that wasn't authentic to me? Have I been forcing myself to be a Page of Swords, more youthful, more suave, more logistical, more gossipy, more even like eavesdropping, or a bit of a saboteur type of person? Have I been operating in that method? Pluto's been retrograde in my sign. Am I above board? Am I, operating with light and abundance? It's a great time in the first week of October, Capricorns, to realize what hasn't been right and to correct it, and to start acting more in your nature, to start acting more like King of Pentacles, saving more, withholding more, making more income, more prosperity. Page of Swords isn't about income or prosperity. It's about allegiance, and it's about the opinions and words of yourself and others. It has nothing to do with prosperity, but Page of Swords thinks that it can use those things to gain prosperity, whereas King of Pentacles is about real resources, real capital, and real security. So that's where you want to be here. That's where you want to be. Week number 2, Capricorns. 10 of Swords reversed. Ten of Swords reversed. 9 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so this is basically just a complete, I'm going to call it a rejuvenation and awakening to what this means to you. So 9 of Pentacles is about comfort. It's about having gotten where you wanted to be. It's about seeing the truth of your situation. I'm turning the light on. It's about comfort in your environment and comfort in your skin. Are you comfortable in your own skin right now, Capricorns? This is one of the things that you as a sign have way better understanding of, like how to be comfortable in your own skin without needing to compensate through like the car that you drive, or through your bank account, or through your, your house, or all of these like unreal things. Although you're very good at attracting those types of reputation as well. This is about your reputation, and it's about feeling comfortable in your skin with your reputation. So did somebody stab you in the back? Did somebody kind of, say something about you that wasn't true, or something that triggered an insecurity, or something that maybe was true but wasn't the business of other people? I think that you might see that in October. But more so, you're going to see what it takes to not let those things have power over you. So this is a time in October where you take your power back, Capricorn. Pluto goes direct in your sign. We take our power back when Pluto goes direct in our sign. A lot of people will never have that in their entire lifetimes. Pluto conjunct their sun, and experiencing what that's like for that to go from retrograde to direct. That is such a time of feeling stripped bare. Seeing all of these things that have come into my life, and whether it be stabbed me in the back, changed my life, irreparably, ended a relationship, ended something that I thought would be here forever, just to replace it with something that I could have never expected. That is Pluto, guys. That is Pluto, and you have incarnated into a time where you're experiencing a Pluto conjunct Sun, and that goes on for, it's been more than 10 years now, guys. Pluto takes a long time to go through a sign, so you guys have been dealing with that, I believe, since 2008. And, it's finishing up. It's staying in Capricorn for a long, long time. I don't remember exactly what the date is that it moves into Aquarius. I can't believe that I can't bring it up to my head, but I'll put that in the description box below. I think it's something like 2023. I could be wrong. I will double check that. It's either like 2021 or 2023. But in the scale of things, you're coming towards the last chapter of this Pluto in your sign. And it's come with life and death experiences. It's come with, sudden endings, sudden beginnings, complete transformation, becoming ash and rising from the ashes. And that's what I feel for you in the second week. And I actually put this back upright instead of reversed, and I didn't realize I did that. So what you're basically doing in the second week is you are confronting, hitting the tripod like Sky, sorry about that, confronting how this was out of order for you, how this was functioning in a negative way, and making your favoritism, your opulence, your reputation, your comfort, complete comfort in your environment, something that operates in your favor once more. I love it. Through adversity, you rise and shine. Ten of Swords reversed is great because it says that there's a clarity of like what these swords are. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, the sun is rising, and we're not getting stuck in that. We are transcending that with this. Maybe some of you are even inflicting this on yourself just for the sake of fixing what this is, which is an interesting thing to see for you guys. And that's really harnessing the Pluto power in a very omnipotent way, I want to say. All right, Capricorns, third week, the Tower. To the Tower. Send them to the Tower. Are you sending people to the Tower, Capricorn? You might just be. And the world. Good Lord. Oh my gosh. This is... I felt such positive things for you guys when I was shuffling your cards, getting into your energy. But let me tell you, this month don't play. This month does not play with you, Capricorn. This month is not a month where you're going to go through and be like, oh yeah, it was just another month and of things going the way that they've been going. Huge changes. Huge comforts. Not just like, wow, my life is completely altered. My life is drastically changed. But there's like a breath. There is a inhalation and feeling your life force kind of shifting within you and seeing, okay, no, it was never about the retirement fund. It was never about the gigantic house or the six-figure car or whatever it is. It was just about seeing that person look at me with that kind of care, or seeing an intimate connection with somebody that wasn't based on what I have, or wasn't based on them being selfish, just a complete connection. There's something so beautiful. Those are hypotheticals. There's something so beautiful about the subtlety. Subtlety with the Tower. Interesting. It's not a card that I tend to interpret as subtlety, but it's coming in a subtle way for you this month because it's attached to the world. In my opinion, I think that means that you can have sudden endings, yes. You can have sudden closings of chapters, which I think can be a huge blessing. Don't freak out about that. But there's a utopian type of calm with the world. There's an acceptance. There's a peaceful showing of like the credit screen of a movie. You go through a very dramatic and like riveting on the edge of your seat movie, and it pops up a type of like very calm utopian credit screen. That's what I feel for you in this week. Yeah, it's like a climax and an unwinding, but then there's a credit screen that like really you breathe and you think, wow, that was an incredible experience. And then you kind of like stand up from your like chair in the movie theater and you walk out and you go back into your life, and it's like everything has changed. Fourth week, Two of Cups reversed. Four of Pentacles. Capricorns. This is interesting. This is kind of like an incredible story that you found yourself in, an incredible narrative where through this huge week, so we go into Scorpio time, very interesting time for Capricorn. Pluto being in your sign, Pluto rules the sign of Scorpio, so it's like a double dose of scorpionic zest power. And Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn can be kind of doom and gloom. Capricorn can be, a dark sign. It's a dark sign. What can we say? So to put them together, it can be a very, even like grim, gruesome energy, but powerfully transformative within that. So some of you are going to wake up on the other side of this and see, okay, this relationship that has been codependent or volatile, that can't go on anymore. Some of you are going to wake up and see, yeah, I've been holding on to grudges and resentment and pain like my lifeline, and that has prevented me from acting in my nature. That's prevented me from having security, from having power. Because something that's interesting about King of Pentacles that we have to always take into consideration. So you have this figure, if it would focus, yep. You have this figure who has the rod, which is a representation of authority, power, and sovereign control. And then he has money. He's not so much looking at the authoritative control, he's looking at the money to sort of inspire that into... the King of Pentacles doesn't use his, violent power or his, manipulative power. He just uses his resources to get him out of things. And what this leads to, obviously, is needing to have a lot of resource. So it starts a cycle within Earth people, or Pentacles people, however you want to call it, of holding on dearly to their resources so that they can have a lot. And what happens is this translates to the emotional world. Holding on to the money, saving the money, the frugality, the fear of, things coming to a point where, we've had to have all these resources as like an insurance or as an emergency thing. It translates over to the emotions and says, okay, I've got to hold on to every memory. I've got to hold on to every grudge. I've got to hold on to the tripod. I've got to hit the tripod every time I can. I've got to hold on to resentment. I've got to hold on to all of these same things just in case I don't have this currency so that I have another form of power. So Pluto's in your sign. We're talking about the power archetypes of these cards. We're not talking about yes, King of Pentacles is a very good lifestyle card. It's a very good, natural ability to live authentically and capably. But we are talking about Pluto. We are talking about what King of Pentacles' power is, and that is his power over earthly resources. So in the fourth week, you're connecting with that and you're realizing, okay, either I have to move on from this relationship or move on from this contract, because that's what it feels like to me, is more of a contract than a relationship. Or I have to not desperately cling to things which are destroying me from the inside to retain. Grudges, secrets, lies, memories that are painful, they consume the light around you when they have no purpose, when they're being held on to for power's sake, or being held on to for the just in case I need this resource. It is hard. It's very hard. And I could also interpret this energy as a protective energy, maybe being very protective of your loved ones, of your tribe, of your clan. But be careful of that. There might start to be a resentment that forms over hyper protectivism. So try to keep a loose grasp. If you love something, set it free, all of that type of thing, because I do sense maybe a resentment forming over Capricorn's protective ways. But I know that is just in your nature. Also, are you employing the same protective strategy to yourself? I oftentimes see that when Capricorn starts to get resented for what might be interpreted as a controlling way or a protective way, it oftentimes is not implementing those same protective matters to itself. So are you drinking too much? Are you, I'm not saying being hypocritical. It's not a conscious hypocrisy, whatever the word is. It's not a conscious hypocritical way that you've gotten yourself into, but people around you will see it as that if you're not protecting yourself in the same way that you do other people. So try to protect yourself this month first. Try to hold yourself to the standard that you want to see for other people and operate through that. And if you already are, it's going to go great. You're going to feel like you have good placement in your life. Central theme is Eight of Pentacles reversed. So I will say, Capricorns, that there is a degree of needing something new to work on, something new to put your life force into, because your current job or your current undertakings, you still like them and you still need to do them, but they're not really feeling easy enough. There's something about them that's feeling like a lot of effort and a lot of upkeep. So yeah, you need a break. You need a... You see his facial expression? He doesn't really look very happy to me. This card is traditionally interpreted a lot as like, hard work that pays off for something beautiful, striving for, all of these incredible things that make you feel good once they're complete, but not while you're doing it. And I think a lot of the interpretation of Eight of Pentacles is, how can I slave away and feel good about it because I know that I'm going to create something great. I'm just saying with this face, I don't know. That's the thing about all tarot faces. They can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. I just think that this is the face of misery, and that this is the face of really abhorring what we're doing. So I tend to interpret Eight of Pentacles recently as, something that's just taking way too much work and not enjoyable anymore, but it's reversed for you. So I think that you just completely have to rethink what your work ethic is, what your priorities are, and what you're creating, and if it really is worth it. And I just want you to think in that vein this month. Like really, as you're going through your work life, think about, can I make this easier on myself? Can I do less, or can I start over on something that I'm more called to? It's not about extremes. It's not about like, okay, so I have to completely quit this and make this work in an unrealistic way immediately. There's like a give and take. I think there's an easy transition over the next few months as we build up here a period of time of making a lot more money, making a lot more in general, but you have to confront what you're doing right now that you don't enjoy or that you don't feel connected to in order to do that. So it's interesting that the entirety of all of this is encapsulated by this energy. So maybe just all of this transformation, having had Pluto in your sign for more than 10 years, it's just starting to feel like a lot of hard work and a lot of like constant over and over self-pruning, self-examination, self-empowerment. And you're like, can I keep doing this? Can I keep slaving away at this? You can, but you don't have to. There's such a nice deep breath here for you, Capricorn. There's such a nice coming of age, coming of selfhood, in the sense that you feel an ease. You feel like an easy connection. For those of you who are single, I think you can actually have an incredible carnal experience with somebody, or meet somebody who in the future becomes more in your life. I don't think this is a month where you meet the soulmate and it takes off here, but this is the month where you start collecting the energy to do that, which can actually be a more beautiful experience than we give it credit for. So interesting time of self-definition here, self-identification, and reassessing your protectiveness, getting this back in order, back up right. It came up reversed, but I put it up right. Getting back to your nature and starting to thrive through what you do once more. Okay, Capricorn? I so hope that this reading resonated for you, and I've so enjoyed being here and reading for you guys. And if you're new to my channel, I really hope that you'll hit the subscribe button, and I hope that all of you will hit that thumbs up button, because it really helps to get the content out there, and it helps to let more people see what's coming up. So thank you all so much for being here. If you love this ring, it's by Three Keys Jewelry. It's just on Amazon. I'll link it below. It's not actually sponsored, but come on, focus. Yeah, I just think it's cool. I felt good doing the readings with it. It's like Damascus, and it has a very like clarifying, sharp, poignant energy that I felt good to do the readings with. So yeah, also my Patreon page is linked below if you'd like to get these readings early and ad-free. And I have my new ebook, Moon Symbols, which just came out, that you guys can jump over to and pick up as well. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I am sending you much love and light during this incredible month for you as we move toward a very Capricorn 2020. Much love, y'all. We'll talk soon. Bye.